So in the previous class, we were discussing double tuned amplifier. Okay, right? So we have seen the circuit, right? Okay, we have seen the circuit of double tuned amplifier and the mathematical analysis we have discussed. Okay, right? So how did we go about with the mathematical analysis? We took, okay, the equivalent circuit at the output of first stage, right? And then we have analyzed it. Okay, circuit analysis we have been regularly doing, but the only difference is the mutual inductance we are splitting up like this. Okay, this is the only difference, right? Now this is like the same circuit which we have been analyzing from the beginning of the course. Okay, right? So analyzing that circuit, and we are any method you do, okay, ultimately we get the expression for voltage gain. Okay, right? So see, again looks very difficult, right? Okay, but all you can do is just KVL, KCL, basics, very basics we are using, right? Okay, and ultimately we are getting the expression for voltage gain. Okay, so skills you have to learn, right? And those skills you will implement irrespective of what is the circuit in front of you. Boldly you will take up, okay, and you will solve. That is what I am expecting from you. Okay, so we have obtained the expression for the voltage gain. Okay, again I am telling any method is fine. All right, now this voltage gain, because of the components, okay, we have, what are the components? We have inductor, okay, capacitors. Because of these components, obviously you know the, okay, impedance associated with capacitor is minus j by omega c. Okay, so the j term will come into picture. Okay, the j term will come into picture. So that is the reason here, the voltage gain is complex. Okay, right? Voltage gain is complex. Okay, then again during the derivation, okay, we are replacing the quality factor as well as this difference w minus w, okay, w by wr minus wr minus w, we are calling it as 2 delta. Okay, apart from the routine process, what are the differences that we are doing here? So first we are taking the output stage, okay, and then that particular stage we are representing here. Then we are representing the mutual inductance in the form of circuit. Okay, right? So ultimately what happens is, for the inductor, when you write equation including mutual inductance, okay, right, and when you apply KVL to this circuit, you will get the same results. That is why this T network is the equivalent for the two inductors L1, L2 with mutual inductance M. Okay, so then what we are doing, again we are analyzing, right? And during the analysis, the important substitution we are making are the Q, okay, right? Q omega L by R, okay, and particularly our circuit has R11, okay, and then R22. So we are representing it in terms of omega R L1 by R11, okay, omega R L2 by R22. And usually in the double tuned circuit, okay, both the resonant frequencies are the same. Okay, the resonant frequency here is chosen to be the same. Okay, see, actually this particular circuit, what it consists of, okay, this particular circuit the double tuned amplifier, okay, what it consists of? It consists of two stages of amplifiers. First stage, okay, second stage. Obviously, in the tuned part, again, you have two, okay, two circuits, right? So here, just now we have discussed that the resonant frequency here and the resonant frequency here is the same, even the quality factor, okay? And when we consider two identical stages, okay, right? So listen very carefully, two identical stages of double tuned amplifier, okay, right? So this is actually one stage, and then this is the other stage, okay? So two identical stages of double tuned amplifiers, when we consider, anyway, these two have same resonant frequency. And when we say identical, again, the resonant frequency here, the resonant frequency here will be equal. Again, the resonant frequency here and the resonant frequency here will be equal, okay? So ultimately, all the four, okay, when we consider two identical stages of double tuned amplifiers, okay, cascaded, then what we have is, we have all the four resonant frequencies the same, okay, right? So this particular, okay, suppose if we don't have this second part, okay, if we don't have this second part, second stage, if we do not have, okay, then, right, then what we have, see, while analyzing the while including the second stage, what we have is, we are taking the, okay, the load resistance of first stage, we are taking Ri. This we have seen in the previous class, okay. Suppose if we have only one stage, in place of Ri, we will directly have RL, okay, and the same analysis is valid. What I am trying to say is, okay, here we are analyzing two stage, okay, double tuned amplifier. If we analyze, okay, if question asked single stage double tuned amplifier, okay, so what you can do is, in place of this Ri, see here, because of two stages, what is happening? The input resistance of second stage, is acting as load to the first stage, okay. So if suppose the question says analyze only one stage, what you will do, the same analysis you will do, but in place of Ri, we need to consider RL, okay, right? So that is the difference. So the single stage double tuned amplifier will be only this much, okay, right? And here you have two tuned circuits, hence double tuned, okay, right? This is also double tuned amplifier, but we have two stages, okay. Anyway, so here, okay, we have seen the mathematical analysis, and during the analysis, what are the substitutions we are doing? Q we are substituting, okay, and then this difference omega by omega r minus omega r by omega, we are calling it as 2 delta, okay, right? And the final expression that we are getting is, okay, the final expression that we are getting is this one, right? Okay, and additionally in this, the substitution that we are doing is the mutual inductance M, okay, mutual inductance M, you know, is K into square root of L1 L2, okay, so that also we are substituting here, right? So finally we are getting AV, okay, we are getting AV, right? Fine. So next, if we consider the magnitude, you know, whenever we consider the magnitude, okay, so what we do, the imaginary part, okay, right? For example, a plus jb, it is square root of a square plus b square, okay. So that is what we are doing here. This is real part, imaginary part. So in the denominator, okay, we have real part square plus imaginary part square, and then we are simplifying. Okay, right? We are getting this. Okay, now why we are doing all this is to understand the, okay, how the shape of this particular AV changes. Okay, now here if we observe, AV is a function of KQ. AV is a function of KQ. Okay, right? Right? AV, we have KQ term here, we have KQ term here. So AV is a function of KQ. So for different values of this KQ, how the, okay, gain changes. Okay, how the gain changes. Obviously, you know, the gain is dependent on frequency. So, right, okay, the gain changes. Okay, the gain changes, right, with frequency. That is called as frequency response. Here, what we are considering is with respect to the values, okay, KV, how the gain changes. Okay, right? So this is what, okay, this is how for different values of this, okay, for different values of this KQ, the shape of the characteristic, okay, the shape of the gain changes. Okay, for different values of KQ, how the AV changes. Okay, for 0.3, 0.5, then this one is for 1. Okay, then, okay, for the next case, right, it is 2.5 and 2. Okay, so ultimately what we can observe here is when KQ is 1 or less than 1, when the value of this KQ is 1 or less than 1, we are getting only one peak, right? But when the KQ is, for example, these last two cases, okay, here KQ is 2, okay, here KQ is 2.5, right? So we are getting two peaks. Okay, we are getting two peaks. Now let us see. So far what we have done, we have taken two stages. Derivation we have done. Okay, and then we are seeing what are the possible out, okay, what are the possible characteristics of the voltage gain we can achieve. We are seeing that. Okay, now here what you can observe is, okay, what you can observe is for, okay, the case of double tuned amplifier, okay, for the case of double tuned amplifier, we will get higher bandwidth. Okay, we will get higher bandwidth, right? But the problem is, okay, the problem is that the, okay, alignment of the peaks, okay, the peaks are not aligned, right? The peaks are not aligned. That is the problem with the double tuned amplifier. Okay, right? So advantages. So first, single tune. The problem with single tune. Problem, we are going back to single tune. The problem with single tune, usually this is very narrow response. Bandwidth is less. Okay, double tuned gives higher bandwidth, but the peaks are not aligned. So to solve this problem, to get the features of both high bandwidth and, okay, proper frequency response, we go for stagger tuned amplifier. Okay, so the next amplifier that we discuss is stagger tuned amplifier. Okay, right? So as discussed, double tune gives greater bandwidth. Okay, steeper sides and flat top. So steeper sides means in your frequency response curve, this okay is rising fast. Okay, then but the problem is alignment. Okay, the peaks are not aligned, right? So what happens? Okay, because of that is the okay. So what happens because of that is say if the magnitude is changing, okay, if the magnitude is changing, different signals are amplified at okay with different gain. For example, okay, see say multiplication factor, okay, multiplication factor, say salaries of all the faculty, all the say employees are doubled, suppose, okay, that is fine. But if somebody's salaries are multiplied by okay a low value, right, somebody's salaries are multiplied by high value, that is not acceptable in an organization, isn't it? That is a dispute. Likewise, we want the gain to be constant, okay, right? So to overcome these problems, we go for stagger tuned amplifier, okay? To overcome this problem, we go for stagger tuned amplifier. Then in stagger tuned amplifier, what is stagger tuned amplifier? Okay, it is simply we connect single stage amplifiers, okay, single tuned amplifiers we connect in cascade. We connect single tuned amplifiers in cascade, okay, but we maintain different resonant frequencies. Single tuned amplifier we connect in cascade, but we maintain different resonant frequencies that will give stagger tune okay amplifier. So it is a circuit in which two single tuned cascaded amplifiers having certain bandwidth are taken and their resonant frequencies are adjusted, okay, that they are separated by an amount equal to the bandwidth of each stage. So what exactly we do here is, okay, we take two single stages, okay, connect them in cascade. You know cascade connection we have discussed in first unit, one after the other, okay, blocks. So this is one stage, then this is the second stage. We are connecting these two in cascade, okay, right? That is not okay complete. Additionally, what is taken care is the resonant frequencies of this tank circuit and this tank circuit are different, okay. The resonant frequencies of the two tank circuits are different, and okay they are adjusted such that the difference, okay, the difference in the frequency response of each stage is equal to the bandwidth of individual stage, okay. What do we mean by that? See, this is a response of, you know very well, this is the response of single stage, okay, one stage we are getting this response. The second stage, the response, okay, on what the response depends on, you know, it depends on the resonant frequency of the individual tank circuits, okay. So the second stage, the resonant frequency, okay, is chosen such that the resonant frequency of the second stage is chosen such that, okay, it is, okay, it is plus bandwidth of the first stage. For example, this is the bandwidth of first stage. Okay, right? So important criteria. First of all, both it is taken care that both the stages have identical bandwidth. Okay, bandwidth is same, but the bandwidth is same, but the resonant frequency is different. Okay, right? That is your stagger tuned amplifier. So what is done here is one stage, this is the frequency response. Another stage, the frequency response is taken like this, shifted by a value equal to the bandwidth of individual stage. Okay, right? So if you see bandwidth will always be right? You know bandwidth, how to find bandwidth? Maximum any amplifier, right? Frequency response, how to find bandwidth? Peak value divided by root 2. Peak value here, we are considering normalized gain. So peak value is 1, by maximum gain is 1. 1 by root 2, if you use calculator, it is 0.707. Okay, 1 by root 2, if you use calculator, 0.707. This is when we consider gain. If we consider gain in dB, we will take minus 3 dB. Okay. Anyway, so here, here what we do is anyway, so here the resonant frequency of one stage is chosen like this, and the resonant frequency of first stage is chosen here. Resonant frequency of the second stage is chosen such that the difference between the two resonant frequency is equal to the bandwidth of the individual stage. Bandwidth, let us call it as delta 1. Okay, so bandwidth here, how to get bandwidth? The maximum gain divided by root 2, where the point where the dotted line intersects the individual graph, right? Between those two, what are the difference of frequency means the frequency from here to here, that is the bandwidth. Okay, so because the stages are identical, from here to here, if it is delta 1, then from here to here also it is delta 1. Okay, so if from now let us consider the midpoint. So from here to here, if it is delta 1, then the midpoint, it will be delta 1 by 2. Okay, so from this point to this point, we call it as delta 1 by 2. Likewise, from here to here, I told you it is delta 1. Okay, from here to here, it is delta 1 again. So the midpoint means from here to here, again it will be delta 1 by 2. So delta 1 by 2 plus delta 1 by 2 will give delta 1. And that is the reason, see, this is the resonant frequency of first stage, resonant frequency of second stage. The resonant frequencies are differed by bandwidth of individual stage. Okay, so this is an important condition which has to be met in stagger tuned amplifier. So what is stagger tuned amplifier? Simply take two cascaded single stage amplifiers, but it should be taken care that the frequency responses differ by bandwidth of individual stage. Okay, right? So because of that, together the circuit provides a response like this. Okay, together the circuit provides a response in this form. Okay, and the net bandwidth will be square root of 2 into delta 1. Okay, where delta 1 is the bandwidth of individual stage. Means if you consider only one stage and find the bandwidth is delta 1. Now you connect both the circuits together and find the bandwidth. The bandwidth will be root 2 into delta 1. Okay, you know root 2 is 1.414 greater than 1. So the advantage of going for stagger tuned amplifier is the bandwidth increases. Okay, the bandwidth increases. Right, so that is the stagger tuned amplifier. Okay, now what if the case, okay, what about the case if we have, okay, stagger tune we have completed. Next we are considering another case. We are considering another case, that is, what if we have two stages and then the resonant frequencies of the tank circuit are identical. Okay, right? Such amplifiers, okay, here it is mentioned, and tuned to the same frequency. Okay, such amplifiers are called as synchronously tuned amplifiers. Okay, see, multi-stage single tune amplifiers with the same resonant frequency, we call them as synchronously tuned amplifiers. Okay, we call them as synchronously tuned amplifiers. Okay, but if we have single stages, okay, if we have single stages with different tuned, okay, with different resonant frequencies, and especially the resonant frequencies are such that they differ by the amount of bandwidth of, okay, individual frequency response, individual stage frequency response, then it is stagger tuned amplifier. Okay, then now let us discuss few simple points regarding synchronously tuned amplifiers. Okay, and let us see the comparison between single tuned amplifier and synchronously tuned amplifier. So single tuned, you know, only one tuned circuit. Okay, right? Synchronously tuned amplifier, it consists of, okay, several identical stages connected in cascade and tuned to the same frequency. It is not necessary that you have only two stages. You can have several stages. Okay, you can have several stages of amplifier, several stages of single tuned amplifiers. Okay, right? Connected in cascade, and all the tank circuits are tuned to a common resonant frequency. Okay, such circuits are called as synchronously tuned amplifiers. Okay, and see what happens when we go for multi stages. When we go for, see, synchronously tuned amplifier means we are dealing with multiple stages. Whenever we go for multiple stages, gain increases. Okay, right? Gain increases, but bandwidth reduces. Gain increases, but the bandwidth reduces. So the net bandwidth will be given by bandwidth of individual stage into square root of 2 power 1 by n minus 1 when n indicates the number of identical stages. Okay, the same expression we have already seen in first unit. The same expression we have already seen in first unit. So let it be, okay, tuned amplifier, right? Let it be a RC coupled amplifier, right? When we consider multiple stages, whenever we consider the multiple stages, the overall bandwidth will be given by bandwidth of individual stage into square root of 2 power 1 by n minus 1. Okay, same expression again we have seen when we discussed first unit. Okay, so with this we complete unit 4. Okay, so next class we will start unit 5, right? Okay, so I have been telling you there is one important discussion that I want to, we have another 5 minutes, so one important discussion I want to take up now, that is, see, I've been telling you all over the country there are so many students having electronic circuit analysis backlogs. Okay, right? So now, because we are about to complete the course, okay, my suggestion will be, see, you gain knowledge, okay, very good, right? But you know very well the importance of marks. So now focus on scoring marks. Okay, my suggestion will be, all of you, especially those who are struggling, okay, so if you are good student, aim for full marks, right? Suppose if you are struggling, right, start now itself, so that definitely you will pass. Okay, so for that my suggestion will be, go for previous year solved papers. Okay, try to get any say question bank which has, okay, any question bank which has previous year questions solved. Okay, right? And study that thoroughly. Okay, because there is high probability that, see, when the questions are already asked in previous year, because they are important. Okay, right? So because they are important, again there is high chance that a question will come from the topic. Okay, so make sure that you gather material which has previous years solved questions. Additionally, what I will do is I will send one material. Okay, right? I will send one material from my side. I will label it as very important question bank. Okay, but that question bank actually contains previous year questions as well as some questions which were never asked. Okay, right? So my suggestion will be, give importance for the questions which were asked. So how to differentiate? In the brackets, the year and the month in which the question was asked is indicated. Okay, right? So what I want you to do is focus on that, focus on those questions, right? And then the remaining questions you can just have a glance. In this manner, you will have to study only okay, little syllabus and write important questions. You will, okay, I am sure that you will be able to do well in the exam. Okay, right? So I will share the manual. Okay, sorry, I will share the question banks with you. I will put it in the group. Okay, our second year B section WhatsApp group. I will put the question bank, right? So my suggestion will be, see, when you are studying the question bank, right, the question bank also has answers. If you are confused anywhere, don't hesitate to contact me. Okay, right? All of you have my contact details, so do not hesitate to contact me. And then, okay, suppose there is confusion between what is given in the question bank compared to what is given in the class notes. Okay, give priority for class notes, right? Because question bank, they type, there are some typing mistakes. Okay, something misses, it happens rarely. But if you are confused, give first priority to the class notes, okay, which is already distributed. Some part is distributed, remaining will also be distributed to you. Okay, so my suggestion, why am I saying all this? Okay, start preparing from now itself for your final exam. Start preparing from now itself. Okay, in the next class